What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Truth About Him podcast, number one podcast of men's mental health. I'm Anthony.
I'm Barron.
So thanks for coming to the show.
Appreciate you guys.
So B, how was your week?
Pretty good. I'm ramping up some stuff now. Time is back. I'm back to my normally regularly scheduled program.
Yes,
so it's time to get back on the grind and work on this stuff ASAP. So
Yes,
we got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'm proud of. So yeah, it's been really productive. How about your week?
It's been good. Speaking of grind, now I know two people who bounced back from a surgery like that. One is Kobe.
That's right. Oh yeah, Kobe.
Sean Benjamin up back there.
Oh yeah.
He had
Anytime
surgery, so he back.
He's back.
2 days later.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks later, he's back behind the mic. We got our producer back. So man, the family is whole again.
The family's whole again.
Family's whole again. So welcome back, bro. Welcome back.
Appreciate you back. So my week, it was good, man. I had I guess living in this world, you have a few challenges here and there.
Absolutely,
but, we keep going, we keep pressing through, and we just make sure that we're doing everything that we can to become a better person every single day.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. Which is why we got the mantle too. You know, that's why we got the mantle.
Yeah, the mantle.
If you don't know, then hey, check in, find out what it is.
Yeah, so there'll be a link to the mantle down below. Check it out and hop aboard. So today's topic.
Let's hop
into it.
It's simple, but it's not. I get kind of tired of people saying, "Oh, man, you have to self-improve. Got to get better. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we, as the number one podcast for men's wellness, we want to take it a step further. We want to know why. Why is it important for self-improvement for us men? So we're going to look at that. We want to unpack that. Why is it so important for us to self-improve? Why can't we just stay? If we feel like we've reached our pinnacle, why can't we just stay there? Right. If that's if it's bringing us everything, why can't we stay there? Why is it that we always have to self-improve? So we're going to look at that. We're going to say why. We're going to look at the why. We're going to look at the what. What exactly are we using ourselves as to self-improve ourselves, because we are the examples that we are trying to be the lighthouse for other men. Right. And if I was watching us, I want to know what y'all do. So we're gonna
watch us, right?
I do watch us.
Okay.
Yep. If I was a fan of ours, which I am, I want to know what the hell y'all doing. Y'all talk about it. So what is it that you guys do? And maybe I can kind of take bits and pieces from what they do or what we do, and incorporate it in their lives. So we want to be more than just disseminate information. We want to live what we actually are talking about. Yeah. So we as real as it get. I want to, pull the curtain back. We're going to talk about self-improvement for us, and we're going to talk about what we do and why is it important for us. Okay. So let's unpack that. Let's get it in.
Let's hop into it.
Let's go. So, like we said, let's start off with that first question. Why? Why is self-improvement important for men in general, and most importantly, why is it important for you?
Yeah. So that's a good one, and that one I had to think about for a while before I answered that question, right? Because I saw that question beforehand, and for me, the reason why is I believe that for me, self-improvement saved me from a major depression, saved me from thoughts of suicide. Just really got my mind in a place where I know things are going to be okay.
Right.
I'll tell you why. And the span of 1 year, right? Lost the business, lost the house, lost the marriage, lost cars, lost finances in the span of less than a year.
Yeah,
right?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Right?
And I believe if I didn't go through or was on a path of self-improvement, that would have took me out. Right?
Yeah.
Because I've seen it take out other people,
right?
Men, women, to take them out. But so I think the why for me is to make sure that I stay on this track of being able to really thrive in this world, because most people live on a pattern that they are just surviving.
Right. Yeah.
So why survive? And honestly, some people live below surviving, right? Because
as a norm.
Yeah. If you ask somebody how they're doing, 9 and 10, they will say, well, I'm surviving.
I'm maintaining. Yeah.
I'm maintaining.
Mm-hmm.
So I think self-improvement for me takes me out of the survival mode and puts me into the thriving mode, right? Because like I said, all that stuff was some serious stuff, and it was painful to go through. Even with the self-improvement, it was still difficult, right? It was still hard. It was still painful. And I still question, am I going to get through this, right? But I did. So that's my why.
That's like, man, like, okay, you set the bar so high. Okay, so I'm going to read the question again for myself. Why is self-improvement important for men? And most importantly, why is it important for me? So we all know, 2021, lost both my parents in the span of a few months. Yeah. So that right there alone changed my perspectives on a lot of things. Like, the things that I was doing normally were not enough for me at that particular. I wanted more at that particular point. I wanted to be better than who I was. I wanted to create a legacy that I was present more for the people around me. I wanted to be impactful to anyone that was around me because that's what my parents would have wanted. Yeah. So I had to get better. I had to change my mindset. I had to know that there was more out there and not be so fearful of what my potential was. Better confidence, better self-esteem, better knowledge of self, knowing what you can tolerate, knowing what you will entertain as far as literature, as far as people, and what you won't entertain as far as people, and as far as the people you have around me. You're very more selective because what you don't want to do is self-improve 5 steps forward and then take 3 steps back to the old way you were. So you don't want to do that. So healthier relationships, purpose and fulfillment, and a positive sense of self and a positive sense of self to others is what I believe self-improvement is crucial for men. Yeah.
You're just really aware or you're uncomfortable or you're not used to making certain decisions. So you're going to question that, right? So questioning what you do, what you think, how you feel, it's totally okay. Stuck in the same mindset for the rest of your life, then you're going to get the exact same thing that you've always gotten.
Absolutely.
Right? And that's the why, because we are all going to face some adversity.
So not to mention the people you're responsible for. Like if I fail, I'm not only failing, but I'm responsible for like 4 other heads. So if I fail, I'm letting those 4 other heads down. That's where I think it causes some hesitancy for us to break through that fear to self-improve, or to break that fear of being on that rat wheel, so to speak. You want to get off that wheel, but that's all you know. Yeah. That's all you know.
Let me pop in real quick on that. She said the fear of letting the 4 heads down, right? And in my case, it's about 10 heads, right? So for me, it's a bit different, right? It's not the fear of letting them down. It's a fear of, if I let them down, are they gonna stop loving me because I can't provide for them, right?
That's deep.
It's like, because a lot of men think that I'm loved because of what I can provide or what I provide. And if I stop providing, I stop being loved, right? And that was huge for me. And even though looking at my kids and my family, I know that that's not true, because there have been instances where, money was tight, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, right? You know what, your kids, this school year, I only got this amount. And the prior school year, when I had lots to give, they loved me exactly the same. Right. Love me the same when I can spend 3 G's on them for school. Love me the same when I can spend $200 on them in school. Right. And I don't think I got to that point where I understood that until I started doing this work. Right. Because everything was wrapped into me providing, and my level of provision, my level of love was based on my level of provision. Right. So that's what it was for me, is like, damn, I'm not gonna be loved if I don't pay this cell phone bill. I'm not gonna be loved if I don't bring food in the house. I'm not gonna be loved if I don't, I'll provide clothes. Wow. Right. Yeah. That's what it was for me.
That's different. Yeah. Cause mine was more of as we become older, as parents, we want our kids to be better off.
Right.
Not have the same worries we had when we were their age.
Yeah.
And that's where I was with mine. Like, I don't want my kids to worry about certain things that I had to worry about. I didn't want them to worry about having to, is the lights on, or is the cable bill paid, or is stuff like that.
Cable bill.
Cable bill paid. What's in the refrigerator? Are we having liver tonight, or are we? I swear to this day I won't eat
Liver?
liver because I don't eat liver anymore because I ate it so much as a kid.
Did you really?
I can't stand liver. I won't eat it anymore. So, and I don't think. Have you ever had liver? I've done a good job. I do not. I don't want them to ever eat that. And you saw his face.
Yeah.
I don't eat that right now. But that's where we was, and I didn't want them to have to go through the same things that I had to worry about. So I wanted to create a better life for them. And once I did that, that was that lane I was in here. You know, working 9 to 5. It's that rat race. And if I went over here, you know, I'm rolling the dice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to be as comfortable as I would like them to be.
Yeah.
And so that was my stressor for that. Like, will they be comfortable? Will they? But, you know, God's perfect timing in your purpose in life is exact. You know, you got to make sure that you move on his time. And I feel like his timing is exact, and I'm moving in it the correct way, so that I don't worry about that. I just move forward and make sure that I'm doing the right thing by myself and by them. And I haven't worried about it since. And man, so that's a real thing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. So next one, what you got for us?
Next one. The next question I have. Oh, this is a good one. I think I asked you. Yeah. Question. I got to look at you when I ask you this one. What would you tell 18-year-old you now?
First, I would get all the winning numbers for the lottery, and go back and give them those numbers. That's the first thing I would do, right?
Okay.
No, seriously, no. I would tell 18-year-old me, you know, be patient with yourself. You know, give yourself some grace. You know, and knowing that there are going to be things that are going to come against you that's going to try and take you out. Right, but know that you will get through it. Know that everything will work out. And I think the biggest thing is like grace and patience, and you know, being kind. And the last thing I would say, I guess the most important, is love yourself first. Love who you are first, because if you don't love yourself first, you are incapable of loving anybody else.
Facts.
Right, and then you will be controlled by someone else's decisions on your life. Their mood dictates your mood, right? If they're happy, you're happy. If they're sad, you're sad. So I would say love yourself first.
Love yourself first. I like that one. What would I tell 18-year-old me? Don't be afraid of change. You know, move forward in confidence and trust your gut. And not so much, I like giving yourself grace. I gave myself a lot of grace, but it was self-deluding. Oh, I don't have to. You know, when I, you know, had college offers, oh, that's all the way on the East Coast. The weather's bad. I don't, you know, I don't want to be that far away from my family. So I would make excuses to miss opportunities. And who knows if I would have taken those opportunities where things would be right now. So I would say trust the opportunities. Don't self-delude yourself, and be confident in yourself. That's what I would tell myself. Be confident in yourself.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's like surface level, but there's so much at 18 that we experienced that I don't even remember what I went through at certain points.
Yeah.
But I know that I always tell my kids, and I'm gonna tell myself, is that everything that we went through or going through has prepared us for this moment. Has prepared us for this moment.
Right.
This moment that we're in, it's not by accident.
Nope.
You know, all our experiences have prepared us for this exact moment. And even though we're not where we want to be, we're exactly where we need to be.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So yeah.
And are you truly ever where you want to be? You should always strive for more.
Yeah.
You know, we should always be looking for what's next. We should always be trying to, like we said, self-improvement is ever evolving for the rest of your life. Yeah. You'll never stop self-improving. You'll never stop learning until you die.
Right.
That's the last day that you learn. So as long as we're breathing and as long as we are on this earth, we should always be evolving. We should always be self-improving. We should always be striving.
Yeah. So with that being said, so talk to me about some of the methods that you use for self-improvement.
So some of the methods, and I'm gonna run them down, is before my feet touch the ground every morning, I gotta read scripture before my feet touch the ground. That is something that I've been doing for as long as I can remember, and I didn't even realize that it was a self-improvement thing. It was just something that I was doing ritually because I wasn't in church like that, or I didn't have people that were speaking in my life, but I had a foundation to where I knew how to read, I knew how to decipher, I knew how to understand, I knew how to pray. I didn't need anybody for that. So that was something I consistently did. So that's the first thing, just reading the word every morning before my feet touch the ground. And before I jump into anything else outside, whether it's, checking our comments on our pages, or, checking emails or scheduling meetings, anything like that, before my feet touch the ground, I gotta read the word. Yeah. That's something. Another thing I try to do is audiobooks, knowledge of self. You gotta kind of understand like what doesn't work for you, and then what works for you. Yeah. Audiobooks work for me. So an audiobook while I, in the morning times, while I'm either reading, checking emails, or while I'm going out on a walk or whatever, audiobooks. Yeah. And then trying to, whatever I read that day, try to exude that day. That's my focus that day. Okay. And then let tomorrow take care of itself, Okay. Yep. Those are my non-negotiables. Yeah. Is what I definitely do.
Yeah, so mine kind of starts the night before, like when I go to bed, because I know whatever I end the day with is what's going to be in my dreams, right? So I want to make sure that I'm feeding myself positivity at night, like no crappy movies, no bad phone calls, no emotional outbursts, no bad music. So I sleep with hertz. Right, so it's like sounds that I play, during the night. It helps calm me down, and helps settle me, and it helps me go to sleep. Right, so and I'm preparing for the next day. So the next day, and this is not perfect by any means, right? For me, sometimes it's hit and miss. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I don't. But I wake up and open my eyes and just give thanks. Right, thank you, God, for not starting this day without me. Right. Because a lot of people didn't wake up.
A lot of people don't. Right.
Yep. And just go into some gratitude, prayer, meditation, and what I want to start doing is getting up and just start grounding myself, like walking outside, barefoot and getting grounded, right? And reading, going to the gym, and getting myself prepared, because even most people live off alarm clocks, and I know you don't anymore. Yeah. But the alarm clock is so blaring. Yeah. Right. So
creates anxiety.
You wake up in panic mode, right? So I have an alarm clock still. So, but mine is like I change the tone. It's like really soothing, and like it kind of builds up, because I don't want to wake up in panic mode. Right.
Got that Coming to America alarm.
Right. Exactly. Like, okay. And so it wakes me up. But, I listen to music, going to the gym. I listen to an artist named Londrell, and he talks about positivity and energy, and making sure that you're loving yourself, right? At the gym, podcast, right? Podcast either on self-improvement, my mind, my brain, business, whatever it is, I feel for that day, right? Toward the end of my workout, I do get into some actual music to like kind of get like pumped up leaving the gym, right? So shower, leave the gym, ready for the day. So that's my routine, right? And I try to share that with people that I love as well too, right? Yeah. So that's it.
I mean, and I don't even see anything negative out of that. Like you're working on your mind, body, and your soul,
right?
Every day,
right?
And you exude it every day.
Right.
So I think when people realize that they have choices, like you don't have to be negative. You don't have to speak or think negative all the time. Yeah. It's a choice. Yeah. Do you want, now, if that's the type of person you are and you want to be negative and speak negative, that's fine. Yeah. But I can't be around you, because that's not productive, and that's not conducive to my peace.
Right.
So, but yeah, if you don't, and you're always just talking negative, I don't know why I'm always talking negative. Stop.
Yeah.
Do the opposite.
Yeah.
So it's just choices, and making choices and standing on those choices.
Yeah. And
consciously being intentional on your choices. If you don't want to think negative, then don't think negative.
Yeah. So I think, that was a good one.
Yeah. I think that was good.
That was a good one.
I think that was good.
So anything for us in closing?
I appreciate you guys for entertaining us, talking about self-improvement. We do believe in it. For us, as much as we want you guys to do it, you have choices. Just be intentional on your choices and connect with people who are like-minded with you, and it makes it a little bit easier.
So well, as always, thank you for being my co-host, my partner. Thank you, Sean behind the camera, helping us out.
Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome back, bud. So that's it, guys. That's the Truth About Him, the #1 podcast for men's mental health. If you know anybody that needs this message, that loves this message, please share, please subscribe.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.